Woody has been playing Elden Ring, and I want to know, is it still going well? Because in my estimation, it's been going well, and you've been having a good time.
Yeah. I'm not good. But I'm playing it. I don't know how many bosses I beat. A dozen or something.
Countless.
Like it doesn't. Like I'm not. So I have almost 50 hours in the game after 8 days. So kind of playing full time. And Jackie and I, she sits right here. This is her chair. And all right, jump on the roof. There should be a ladder to the left. And we managed to take this open world game and put it on rails as I 100% this thing. And I'm missing, they're there's one boss called Marguerite or something close to that, who's a gatekeeper. She's one of the hardest to beat. You saw me die to her a few times in the hangout.
Oh yeah.
And then on Tuesday, they're like, how's that going? And I was like, oh, I killed her. And they're like, did you find the shackles that hold her down? I guess that's how people beat it. And I was like, no, I just hit her until she couldn't be hit anymore. And then when she went to hit me, I made sure I was anywhere else.
I beat her to death. I didn't know there was a real trick to it.
Yeah, I didn't know there were shackles that lock her to the ground or anything. So I just beat her like a regular person. And there's a lot I think I'm missing. I don't think my weapon is leveled up for my person anymore. In Elden Ring, when you level up your there's strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, etc., and typically you want to specialize in something. But my autistic ass is I got 20 strength and 9 faith. I can't have this kind of lack of balance.
Yeah.
I have to focus on my art.
Gotta have 10 faith. Gotta have 10 faith. Gotta be even.
I'm coming up on a point where they let me rebalance it. So I'm watching YouTube videos about all the different builds. And it's every video has a different conclusion to it on how you should spec your character. Mm-hmm. So hopefully you can fix it more than one time. But bottom line is I've gone from horrible to below average. So there's clear improvements.
Nice.
And I'm enjoying the game and I'm working my way through it.
Now, whenever you complete Elden Ring, do you think you'll be done with gaming for a little while, or perhaps tempted to another Dark Souls property, or just open to a bit of any kind of gaming? Because I want to drag you both into that game Grounded, where you're basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kidded, and you're working together, building weapons and trying to conquer the backyard. Basically, it's not it's not an on the rails sort of storyline. It's more like an open sandbox, literal sandbox in some cases, where you're just trying to take over the backyard. You build structures, and I think you can build little simple machines that do things for you. It's a bit there's some survival aspects, and the game, interestingly enough, has an arachnophobia setting. If you're really just terrified of the spiders, and I was like, who's that scared? How scary could they be? It's kind of like Bug's Life graphics. It reminds me a lot of playing that movie. Then you see a spider, and they're fucking scary, dude. You're like, well, let's just avoid that. That was awful. He just killed us, and it was awful. The spiders are huge, like the size of a big car, a van. They're really big. But there's lots of Bug Life.
Awesome, and it's super tempting. The trouble is, you guys don't tend to game during business hours. I'm kind of a 9-to-5 gamer, and you play at night because the people you play with often earn a living and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, trust me. There's plenty of folks in the Discord who do not earn a living, and so they, I'm sure we could throw together a 9-to-5 squad. I'd be down for that.
Okay,
I'll play anything. I miss playing cooperative games though.
Anything?
I want to play. All right, here's the type of game I want to play. Because no, not anything. I want to be in an open world, probably, but with some story where there's 3 or 4 of us cooperating together to either take down waves of enemies. I love that, like Dark Tide and Left 4 Dead and shit like that. Anything like that, I fucking eat up. But also the idea of doing this Grounded thing. Not only is it sort of survival-esque, but I like the Honey, I Shrunk the Kid nature of it. I like that you're a little tiny person. Because
how about an RTS developed around the time of your birth?
Nah, man, no. I don't want to play any games like that. I don't want to play RTS. Here's one of my gripes with RTS. It would be fun if I got into it and practiced a lot.
It'd be so fun.
Games like that, I stare and don't blink. I forget to blink, and my eyes they ache and ache.
But
and
it doesn't require a great computer. Taylor plays on a version that was ported to a digital pregnancy test.
That's true. Yeah, I play with a 4090, and it's the only video game I play is Age of Empires 2, and I have a 4090 running it. You wouldn't believe the amount of frames I'm getting in this thing. The 4090.
When did that game come out? Was it really the 90s?
Well, I mean, it's funnier to say, yeah, but this is a 2019 like remake of it. So
it's the same game. They put better graphics on it. It's a repolished game from 30 years ago.
No, they changed a lot, but it's still easy to play on.
Kyle, have you heard of Anastasi?
I have not. Tell me.
Isn't that a type of Jew?
That's Ashkenazi.
Okay.
Those Native Americans from the Southwest?
How do these
Anastasi
know all about Jews?
That's Anastasi.
Anastasi is a game mode for a game called Arma 3 that is huge open world maps. You are a guerrilla faction, and you can play. I think you can play with 20 or 30 people in co-op. And basically, you have the United States of America or any other major NATO faction, like the good guys, coming in to liberate the already occupied map of an occupied force, which would be like Russia or Iran or whatever. And then you are the guerrilla faction that is neutral and can determine which side you want to either side with, or you can it's
sounds like Squad a little.
It's like Squad, but in a RPG sense. Like you can gather weapons and like you can build out your inventory. You can build bases. You can have a squad of men running with you. Like you can have.
I played Overclock back in the day. Like a lot of those Arma mods actually like, around with a bit.
I love Anastasia. I play it all the time. It's fun. Very, very, very fun. And terrible at the same time.
If I'm playing a shooter, it's got to be Tarkov. I really like fucking Tarkov. I also like that Chinese knockoff Tarkov that I'm hoping comes out. They did a beta trial recently. It's called Arena Infinite something or another. They got the worst branding ever. That game was good. I like extraction shooters. I've kind of been into that for a while. I used to really love Battle Royale. Whenever PUBG came out, that was just the game of games for me, especially squad mode. It was so fun to like four of you and three of your boys would be in one of those sedans, just hauling as much ass as it could carry through a field, and then just slide in sideways up to a house, and three guys would jump outside of the house, and you'd all get into a machine gun fight in the front yard. So much fun. So much fun. I love running people over in that game. So satisfying. The thump noise it made when you hit them. Love that shit.
Are you still only playing that one disease avoidance game, Caleb? You were all into last time?
Wait, which was it? What was it?
The one
what you're talking about.
The game you play where you have to avoid disease and your
RimWorld.
Yeah, RimWorld. Is that what you're still?
Yeah. I actually got some heat after talking about RimWorld on the last episode of the pod. People were like, "He did a terrible job of explaining what that game was," and I was like, "What?" I thought I was a huge proponent of RimWorld, but I actually haven't played it much the last few weeks. But I plan on hopping back in this weekend. I think I'm going to jump back in this weekend. Been on a bit of an Anastasi kick lately with my bros.
Fair enough.
So, but yeah, RimWorld.
Yeah, we've all got our favorites, but our favorites can't combine. So I would highly recommend something like Grounded, or I would do Skyrim together. You are now able to do, like, the three of us could play Skyrim, the main storyline, with three separate characters, like scaling together, and I believe the enemies scale. So you could have, and what I want to do so badly, because I'm a fucking loser, I want to do the Lord of the Rings group. So have like an Aragorn, a Gimli, and a
Legolas.
Who do you want to be?
I want to be Stealth Archer.
Because it is my idea, I don't care. So Stealth Archer, what a fucking no. You can't be Stealth Archer. You have
Can I be a Stealth Archer?
You got to be like Rapid Fire Archer, because Stealth Archer's lame.
I can be both kinds of Archer.
Don't you want to be Gimli with like a big battle axe?
No, I want to be a Stealth Archer.
Do you want to be Gimli with a big battle axe, Woody?
The problem, I would enjoy.
I'll be Gimli with the big battle axe.
Dude, if I was solo, I'd want to be Gimli with the big battle axe. But when I play with a group and someone else is the archer, all I do is watch the archer.
We're gonna have to impose some rules on Taylor's Legolas.
Okay, well then I'll be a mage.
You're
I'll
gonna
be a
have to
mage then.
Oh, you be Gandalf.
Yes.
Gandalf. Ooh. Someone whose magic just lights a cave. What is the
you'll
most
ignite us
powerful
up, you'll
spell he
inspire us.
cast?
Probably that shit he does when he kills the Nazgul or pushes them away or fighting the
Wait.
Balrog.
So the Balrog, I didn't remember any magic in that fight. He just kind of fell and
He hits him like this flash of
Hits him
of
with
Yeah.
a flash, and then he has
Yeah.
to use his magic to kill him from
And
the
then he
lowest
does that
to the highest.
Balrog.
And then at Minas Tirith, when they're retreating from Osgiliath back to the gates, he rides out and sort of fends off like maybe multiple Nazgul with Black Riders with like and at that point you really get to see it. It like his staff kind of becomes like a beam of light almost to blind them.
it
It's
feels
almost
like his
lighted.
magic is just luminous. Like it is
In the books, it's a
1,000
little better.
It's a metal halide staff.
No, Gandalf rules, and and guess what? You just talked yourself out of the mage position.
Oh, how could we, yeah, how could you represent the
Guess
mage
who's
and
going to be the
feel that about
two-handed
Gandalf?
axeman going, oh, miss, oh, miss, oh, miss. Because that's what it is in Skyrim when you play as a 200 character. You're just slow as shit.
Imagine a dragon is like spiraling around above us, and you're just standing there with that axe like an asshole, just looking up.
Oh, please! You want to be the bigger
You start
asshole? The
throwing
guy who-
hatchets.
He's like, oh,
Start
I gotta identify you as a landing beacon for
Guess
my
what?
dragon.
I'm going to max out my, is it illumination? Which
That is
tree that you can paralyze? Alteration. That's what it is.
Yeah, alteration.
Max out my alteration, paralyze the dragon.
falls
you
to
can
the
do that.
ground.
No, I think you can only do it while it's on the ground. That'd be
No, that would be fun though. From what I understand, that mod has been out long enough now that it's pretty well polished, and you can have like a whole clan of guys rolling around like it's World of Warcraft, but it's Skyrim's storyline.
Are you going to play any Age of Mythology with me when that comes out? That's a brand new game. Like
But-
it's not even a remake. They're just
Come on, it's reskinned
Built
your
in
game. It's
game,
Age of
yeah.
Empires, but reskinned to be like the mythological stuff. Probably
it looks really
Probably
good.
not. I don't know. I can't get fired up for that. Like when I imagine myself doing it, I'm like, yeah, that'll be a chore. I don't want to do that.